Good morning, my students. Today we are going to have one more class of our far distance lessons. Our today's class is going to be based on, as you see, adverbs of frequency. As you know, adverbs of frequency are those keywords which are mainly used to refer to our simple present tense. But before we explain what's meant by each adverb of frequency, let's refresh our minds about what? About the simple present tense. As you know, what marks our simple present tense is either we add s or es to the verb. If we have a singular subject as he, she, or it. For example, he swims. I cannot say he swam. No, he swims. So here we have the letter S, which is marking the simple present tense as we mentioned before. If we change the subject to he, okay, for she, it's going to be what? She swims. Again, here we are going to have the letter S as a sign of the simple present tense. If we change the subject or the singular subject, he, she, for it, it's going to be the same. It eats. So again, here we have the letter S, referring to the simple present tense. It eats milk. Then we are going the adverb of frequency that we are going to speak about briefly, okay, later. If we have what we mean by plural subject, as we, you, they, and here we add the subject pronoun I as one of the plural subjects. So the verb doesn't have either s or es. So again, I go. Never say I goes. Don't say we goes. No, we go. Again, don't say you or they goes. But you have to say you go or they go. Then we have to complete our sentence. So that was a simple or a simplistic refreshment about the simple present tense. Now, about our adverbs of frequency, we have a number of keywords named as the adverbs of frequency referring to our simple present tense. Like what? First of all, we have always, almost always, usually, often, sometimes, hardly ever, almost never, and we have also never, which is the negative of ever. Okay? So, to use any of these adverbs of frequency, okay, there is a special position in our sentence. So, any adverb of frequency of those that we have mentioned right now should be placed between the subject and the verb. For example, if we had always, how can I use, or to be more specific, where should we put always in our sentence? Can I say, I go jogging always? I go always jogging? Of course not. But we have to say, I always go jogging. Never say, I go jogging always. No. This is the right place for putting or placing always. If we change always for any of these adverbs, for example, often. So, I often or often go jogging. One more adverb of frequency we can say, why not? Never, for example. So, I never go jogging. So, to refresh our minds again, any adverb of frequency here, which are placed or written on our board, should be put or should come between the subject and the verb. Not after the verb, not in the end of our sentence. No. between the subject and the verb. Okay, what about every? What about once a day? What about twice a week? Twice a month? So, to use every, for example, either I start my sentence with it. I mean, we have to put it in the beginning of our sentence or to end our sentence with. For example, if we had the first sentence, I go jogging. So, it's gonna be like what? I have to say, I go jogging every what? As for me, as for anybody, so we can say I go jogging every day. Okay? So here we have to end our sentence with every. Every what again? Every week, every month, every day, every hour, or any other word that comes after every. Then, once a day. So again we can say, I go jogging once a day. Okay? There's something I would like to remind you. I can start my sentence with every day. So I can say, every day, yes, every day, then I have to put comma. Every day I go jogging. Or, as we mentioned before, I go jogging every day. What about once a day? Also, we can start our sentence with once a day or to end our sentence with. For example, we can say, once a day I go jogging, or I go jogging once a day. And it's the same with twice a week, 3 times a day, and so on. Okay? So that was about the place or the right place where we have to put or to use any adverb of frequency which are written on the board. Okay, let's come to something else here. So, the last column of my whiteboard is entitled as how often. So, how often is a WH question word referring to the number of times. Okay? The number of times you are doing something. For example, if I would like to ask about the number of going jogging every day, if I would like to ask about the number of the times, okay, I exercise, or I visit my colleagues, I visit my friends. So this is my right WH question word, which is how often. So how often is a WH question word using or used for what? Asking about the number of times that you do something in or at. So, how often? Then, it should be followed with do or does. Let me remind you, do if I have a plural subject as I, we, you, they. And thus, if I have a singular subject as he, she, or it. Okay, what comes later? Or what comes next? How often? Do or does, plus the subject, I, he, she, it, we, you, they, or whatever, plus the verb, okay? So then we have to write the rest of my question or the rest of my sentence I am asking about. Let's have an example here to have some more explanation. What about the first example? Let's write it. So, I will write I go jogging. Okay, I go jogging, let's say once a day. Okay, I go jogging once a day. Okay, so this is my sentence, and to be more specific, I need to ask about the number of times in my sentence, which is once a day. How can I do it? First of all, let's apply our rule. So, firstly, I have to write my WH question word, which is how often. Okay? So, how often or often. Then, I have to write do or does. Again, it's according to what? It's according to the subject of my sentence. So, my subject here is I. So, my helping verb here is do or does. No, it's going to be what? Do. So, how often? Do. Then, let's see the first or the beginning of our sentence. Here I have a subject as I. It's in my sentence. In my question, it's going to be turned into what? You. So how often do you? Then comes the verb, which is go. How often do you go? Just one more word that I have to write, which is jogging. Again, so how often do you go jogging? Okay, so now we have come to the end of my question again. So it's gonna be how often do you go jogging? Okay, how can I answer it? How can I answer my WH question word? So, in steps, first of all we have to omit how often. Then, to omit or delete the verb, the helping verb, okay, which is do. Until I come to my subject, which is you. It's my question. To make a sentence, we have to change it into I. So again, I go jogging. Okay. I need a number of times, okay, that I ask about using how often, which is once a day. So I go jogging once a day, okay. Here we have come to the answer for my question, asking using how often, okay. So, to have more explanation and to have more practice, here on page 37, during the book, we have an exercise. But first of all, at the beginning of my page, we have the rule of adverbs of frequency, which has been, okay, explained on the whiteboard. Then we have our exercise for more practice. For example, put the adverbs in the correct place, then practice with a partner. For example, here I have my sentence or my question, then I have the adverb of frequency in brackets that I have to use. So, do you play sports? And here I have to use ever. Sure, I play soccer. Then I have to use twice a week. Okay, let's answer the first one first. So, do you play sports ever? Be reminded that any adverb of frequency should be used between the subject and the verb. So where is my subject here? It's you. And where is my verb? It's play. So again, do you ever? Do you ever play sports? Okay? Do you ever play sports? Let's write it on the board. So, do you ever play sports? So here is my answer for my first question. Then, our answer, sure. I play soccer. I need to use twice a week. How can I use it? Don't forget that we have just said that once a day, twice a week should be put, okay, at the end of my sentence. So here, it eats milk once a day. It eats milk twice a week, and so on. Again, sure, I play soccer twice a week. Okay? Once more again, Sure, I play soccer twice a week. Okay? Then we have from 2 through 5. Try to answer it as more practice, okay, based on the adverbs of frequency. And if you have any more explanation, okay, never be hesitated, okay, to refer to me on the website. Then, in our workbook, exactly page 31. Again, on page 31, the workbook, unit 6, how often do you exercise? We have exercise 2. Arrange these words to make sentences or questions. It's again based on, okay, the adverbs of frequency. Again, as more practice for our lesson today. Here we have come to the end of our class. I wish you have got a great benefit, and if you have any more questions, again, be back again, or do not be hesitated to ask on the website. Thank you so much.